Happy Wednesday. What's going on? I hope the last 2 days have been a blessing to you and have provided some practical steps that you can apply in life. So this topic here is about embracing rejection as a guide, not a roadblock, okay? It's not going to hold us back. If anything, it may just be a little hurdle. If you've watched track and field, a hurdle doesn't keep you from doing anything. It doesn't block you, baby. You just gotta jump over it, okay? Let me tell you, when I was in junior college running track, the coaches was like, all right, we want you to run hurdles. And I was like, okay, I'll run hurdles. And I remember one track practice, I am going over, right, we're working on form and all this jazz. I'm going over this hurdle, baby. I am toward the end, and my foot, like the, not my leading foot, but I guess the following foot, I don't know what you call it, hit the dang hurdle. And I remember falling and rolling, and all I saw was like turf sky, turf sky, turf sky, ground sky, ground sky. And I was like, this is not for me. This is not for me. But I got up and I kept on going. Eventually I dropped out of track because I was distracted with a lesson, not even gonna call it a relationship because I was all of 19, 20. I was distracted by a lesson, and I was working and going to school, and I was like, I'm not running this track. I don't feel like going to track practice. I love working out, but I was like, I don't feel like going to track practice. Anyways, I digress. Has nothing to do with this here. Let's see rejection as redirection, leading us to more fitting opportunities. Your path may look different. That's okay. It's uniquely your path and where you are going. Like, you will end up exactly where you're supposed to be as you progress. Sometimes you're delayed. Sometimes there are those hurdles in life. Or you know what? Maybe you won't. I shouldn't be so confident when I say that, because the truth of the matter is not everyone will live out their full potential. They won't. And I'm very optimistic and positive, but that is the reality, because people won't put in the work. They won't look at the root of a thing and uproot it and then supplant it and put forth other more healthier ways and apply themselves to be better, apply themselves to do better. They just won't. There is this example. Now I'm on a tangent. I hope that y'all stay the course and just watch this video, because it's still good information. But there was this example I heard many years ago, and then it was brought back to not to my memory, but to my knowledge through the summit I was attending. And I probably won't regurgitate it verbatim, but it has to do with the temperature, right? It has to do with the thermostat. And it's like when you have the thermostat set to a certain degree, if it gets too high, then it will, for example, let's say you have it set at 70, but the environment goes to 73, was automatically set to bring itself back down to 70, right? Or if it gets too cool, then it's automatically set to bring itself up to 70. And so with this analogy, when you are looking to do something new, bring forth a new habit, go about a new course, do a new thing. Let's say you're accustomed to performing at a 70. So you don't really bring 100% to yourself at work. You don't really bring 100% of yourself to what you set out to do. But on this week, you said, all right, I'm going to implement these practical steps. So now you are starting to do the work. You see yourself performing higher than you ever have before, or that you were at least on last year or on last week, since you've been applying the practical steps. And then that thermostat goes off and it goes, You are performing at a higher level than you normally do. So I'm going to bring you back down. So then you regress back into only performing at 70% of yourself. And then there may be a part of you that gets, a little lackadaisical, or you're no longer driven, and so you fall behind, you're taking more naps, you're procrastinating more, whatever. Then something goes off in you and it triggers you and goes, okay, now you're performing below 70, let me bring you back up. And so now you're performing back at the 70. What my hope is that with these videos that I bring forth to you, your thermostat changes, your thermostat shifts, and so you're no longer performing at 70, but now that thermostat that came up and it matches you as you progress, that thermostat progress. Actually, you don't the thermostat doesn't come up to meet you. You increase the thermostat, baby, and you come up to meet it. That is the goal. But that is another area where I'm like, I have completely digressed, but maybe a motivation, because maybe somebody needs to hear that. It really fed my soul when I heard it last week. I was like, oh my gosh, I've heard this before. Forgot about it, but it's so good. So back to embracing rejection as not a roadblock, but redirection. Some practical steps are embracing redirection as a chance for growth. It is a chance for increasing your thermostat. Also reflecting on past redirections that led to unexpected successes. That's where I gave the example on Monday where, okay, you were rejected for that apartment, but it led you to go and bet on yourself and apply for a home loan. So now you are officially a home owner. Congratulations. Let me put this plug out there. With tax season being here, you can get your taxes back depending on how much money you get back and depending on what kind of loan that you use. Again, I mentioned the NACA loan, I mentioned the FHA loan. You can go back to Monday and look at that information in the description. You can use your tax return and have that be your down payment on that property. Listen. First of all, my eyelash is doing something. Let me listen at my eyelashes in my eye. Listen, y'all. Okay. Adjust your path based on newfound insights. That's another practical steps that you can do. Continue to read the caption for some additional practical steps. Remember that rejection is your way to success. Just sit back and reflect on it. It will navigate you toward your purpose. Allow it to fuel you. And know that there is opportunity in setbacks. These gems I'm dropping just real good. I have so much more. Anyway, I'll see y'all tomorrow, Thursday, okay? Tomorrow we're going to talk about separating yourself from rejection and flowing in your self-worth.